Hello, welcome to U.S. History A Unit 1. So, we're going to be talking about what you're going to be seeing in Unit 1, which is some very, very cool stuff. And this is some of my favorite. I think I say that every video, but this really is some of my favorite, okay? You can get out the focus notes. I may or may not go over them. These are just I have here what needs to be covered for the focus notes, but I'm not going to dwell on them. Okay, I'm going to tell you just more of the story. So European exploration. The reason that the Europeans wanted to explore and wanted to come across the ocean was that they wanted to get the spices from India. Okay, they had found out in the Crusades that there were really, really good spices to be had in India. And so they wanted to find a water route across, instead they bumped into America, and that was kind of unfortunate. And so then they decided that they wanted to find a water route through America. Okay, and that would be super, super cool. And so then lesson 2 is going to be about the New World and about settling the colonies. Colonies were settled by England, also by France, also by Spain. Okay, France kind of settled in the north, and Spain settled in the south. And but most of them were settled by the English. Okay, and you're going to learn about a lot of differences between the New England colonies, the middle colonies, and the southern colonies, okay? And we're going to talk about that in just a second, okay? So, conflict in the colonies, of course, you know that because of the First Great Awakening, because of the First Great Awakening and the fact that people could now read in their homes and read scriptures, they had a lot of new ideas coming to them, and so there was a war in the American colonies, and England fought the war for the colonists, and then after the war they found out that they really had no money. And so they thought, well, let's tax the colonists, which wasn't a bad idea, right? We probably owed them for it. But the colonists got really upset about it because they said, well, if you're going to tax us, we want to have a say in all of that. Okay. And so that's what brought about the American Revolution. That's just kind of a summary. All right. You'll learn a lot more. So the revolution begins. You'll learn about the influences of the Enlightenment, and some of the battles that were going on in during the revolution and stuff like that. Super, super cool stuff. Okay. And then we are independent. We are a country. Okay. And so now we have to figure out how to run ourselves, right? Okay. So for a project that you have um, for this unit, I need you to do a colonial advertisement. Okay. You're going to go to this page in my website, and that will give you some good hints and good resources for what you need to do. Okay, here is the assignment. You need to decide on a colony, and you're going to try to persuade someone to move to whichever colony you decide on. Okay, um, so make sure that you make it sound awesome. Um, it can be a flyer or a brochure, a slideshow or a presentation, a video, okay? And I recognize that those were not available in colonial times, but you know, use your creative judgment, right? Okay, you need to talk about the economy, why this colony is great because of its economy. You need to talk about society. Society at that time includes religion. Okay, so you need to tell me which religion the colony follows. Okay, you also need to tell me about the government. How was the colony founded? Who was the founder? All the stuff about the government. And then a really, really big part is you need to compare it to other regions. Okay. So if you have a colony that's in the New England region, then you need to compare it to the middle colony and the southern colony. If you have a colony in the middle, then you need to compare it to the New England and the South or whatever. Okay. Make sure that you cite your sources. I have a lot of hints on how to do that and how to use Google Pages to do that, which is pretty cool. And here are some resources that you might want to look at. Here is the grading rubric. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks so much.